All right, guys. So, Community Connect, how to edit it, what do I use, and what are some of my shortcuts? That is your questions, and this videos will give you the answer. I will be recording a couple of series of 15-minute segments of what exactly I do when I edit a Community Connect. A lot of people ask me, uh, you know, should I do this myself? Is my time worth it? Should I hire somebody out? That's a question for you to answer. But what used to take me 3 hours in Final Cut Pro video editing, after I would say a good 2 months editing, I can get a whole Community Connect edited in 30 minutes, or just over if I'm finding music. So, for something like this, someone's going to charge you at least $500 to edit it. That's why it makes more sense just to train yourself how to do it and learn it and save yourself a lot of money. And when you get good at it, it only takes 30 minutes. So, and this is video editing in general isn't going anywhere. It's the best marketing you can have online now and every social media vehicle on YouTube. So the way I looked at it was like, I got to get good at video. I got to learn how to do it. And then when it just becomes too cumbersome and I get too busy in other areas, then I'll delegate it. But for right now, I'm going to save some money and just do it myself, get good at it so I can do it, 30 minutes. So what I've done, what you do basically is, here's what I do. I use Apple Mac, so I use Photos, and I plug my phone in. I do all of this recording on my phone, guys, every bit of it. And then I'll go to my iPhone. I'll find all the video or whatever I'm looking to import, and then I'll just select it. In this case, it was just a bunch of videos that have already been imported, so I'd drag and select all that I want, and then I'd hit import, and then once they're imported, you go over here to your imports, and here they are. I have 88 little clips. Here's a pro tip. When you're recording your little clips, especially these overlay videos that you see, an overlay video is just something that goes on top of the actual video, so that way, that's when the frames like switch. So let me just show you, for instance. So all an overlay video means is this. You just drag it to the top, and then once your video is playing whatever it is, the other video plays, but your audio, as you can see, still carries from down here. So your audio carries, but you're just shown something different in the frame, which is very popular in video editing. So anyway, that's what I mean by that. Oops, that's our screencast. So you're in your photos, right? And what I do is I import everything that I'm going to do, including my actual interview, which is the longest one. It's easiest to tell. Where is it? Somewhere here. It's a 9-minute video. All these other ones are 20 seconds and under. The reason I say do it like this instead of recording one big video is it's easier to keep track of, and the file sizes stay small. I'm using a 15-inch MacBook Pro, 16 gig solid state RAM, and then I think it's a 256 gig, which I wish I would have upgraded. If you're gonna buy a Mac, buy the terabyte. Just get as much gigs as you can, because I'm using an external hard drive just for all this storage. But anyhow, you get the imported. You have all of your files. What's easiest for me, some people just edit right through here. What's easiest for me is I just create a folder. In this case, I'm doing a Community Connect with Fine Line Homes. So I just named it Fine Line, and then I select them all, and then I just drag them and just drop them into there. I've already done that. That's why they're here. But it's just easier for me to do it like this. And then I pick this. You can pick whatever view works for you. I like this view because as I'm going down of every single video in here, I know which ones that I've already used and which ones I haven't. So the biggest thing is first you want to drag your actual interview, where your tripod's sitting up, and you just hit record and you go sit there, you hook up your mics, and you're just recording everything. And then you go through and edit out the crap. So like the crap would be this. We're getting ready. I've hit the record button. I'm getting ready to sit down.
That's what we'll go
I told them what we were going to go with, and then now we start here.
So
the space bar is used to stop and start, pretty easy. And then Command B or Control B if you're not using. So I'll just stop it, and then you can use the left and right arrows to go like millisecond frames, which are really helpful sometimes. But if you can tell, it shows where the voice is low and then the voice is high. So typically when the voice is high, it means we're doing something. When it's low, we're just kind of going in between. So I'll do it right before there, and all this stuff here I don't need in the video because it's just stuff before. So I control B, which I mean I cut it, and now I'm gonna delete. Make sure what Command Z undoes it, just like it undoes it. Is that a real word? Anyway, see over here, now I have this. It's highlighted. See, it's highlighted, and then you can click and drag and do whatever with it. But in this case, I'm just gonna delete it because I don't need it.
So Aaron, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
And even like right here, like right there, see how it was like a pause? I'm gonna get rid of it. Command B, and then there's a little sliver over here. Delete.
So Aaron, thanks for being with us today.
You know, and
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
No problem.
And then I'm gonna Command B there because look what happens next.
So next we'll go into, let's see.
I'm planning with him, right? So
I'll say, so the question
cut it
is,
here
I've
'cause that's when
explored
it
all the options
stops.
on the market,
and
I
then when
wanna
we
look
start
into
our
what's the
actual
first step
recording
in doing
question,
this,
I'm gonna
however
cut
you
it
feel.
again and then get rid
Okay.
of everything in the middle. So like right here where I'm about to ask him the first question into the interview,
So
which is right there. I use the left arrow, Command B, and now I have two cuts, one that I made here and one that I made here that should create a clip in the middle, which it did. So I don't ever like pick it up, I'm just dragging it so you can show exactly what it is. I'm gonna delete it because I don't need it. So now it should be a nice smooth video.
Aaron, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
No problem. So the question is,
See, I would even argue I'd cut a little bit off of
no
that.
problem.
Right there. There's a little sliver here that does not need to be there. So I Command B, cut, and then I deleted it.
So Aaron, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
No problem. So the question is, hold on. We'll look at each other.
See, I messed up there too, so it's already cut, so boom, delete it. Now we'll start here.
So
I'm just cutting what I don't need out. That's all I'm doing is Command B, which cuts it, and then boom, delete. And
So
then you
Aaron,
start
thanks for
from the
being with
top
us
just to
today.
make
Thank
sure
you.
it sounds
Thanks
right.
for showing up.
no problem. So the question is I've explored all my options that are currently on the market, and maybe I want to look into building now. What's that first step?
First step would be to come and visit.
Okay.
The hands-on tangible, that's where you really get a feel for what we do, what
Okay.
we build, and to know the direction of what you want to take next.
Right. And this is the model home we're sitting in now is called the Meridian?
Correct.
Okay. Beautiful home.
Thank you. Good.
Okay, so boom, that's the first question. It's done. We're 28 seconds in, and I click Command B because chances are I'm going to talk with him about what question we're going to do next. So all this crap in the middle will probably be not good, but we'll find out. Yep, I'm planning. So, and
I just
that's
put
all
this
this
down.
is. I'm literally using two commands, right? I'm space bar,
didn't know what
stopping. This is your little ticker timeline where it shows you exactly where you're at with milliseconds. And I'm just
Not
stopping and starting,
with-
and then I'm using Command B to cut. You're going to want to know these shortcuts. I mean, there's other ways to do it, right? Trim blade or, you know, whatever. Command B.
the typical build.
Okay.
But we do have lender.
Kind of stay away from that.
And then I'll just you can also click and drag and drop
You can
this,
I'll just put that as a big.
just so you can go a little
It's gonna tell
faster.
it works, so we can do it that way if you want to, so people know. Because first thing we'll tell people. So
See, all this
Okay,
is
so I'll
crap.
say, what's one
You
of
know,
the biggest
I'm just
questions
getting
that
ready,
you usually hear
to
here,
cut
or
it.
you,
So it's cut
you
here.
hear often, and then you'll answer that.
actually, the biggest question is.
So let's
So that's what we clear that up.
So I'll say, do you? All right. So
And if I cut it late, I always go back a couple arrows because you just never know. So all this in here should be just crap, right?
Question is, they think we're. Yeah, you
Just
can ask
make
that.
sure, and then good. You're at delete. So now, see how it flows now? You
So Aaron,
start.
thanks for being with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
No problem. So the question is I've explored all my options that are currently on the market, and maybe I want to look into building now. What's that first step?
First step would be to come and visit.
Okay. Home we're sitting in now is called. So do you finance here? If
Correct.
See how this transition?
home
So
we're
it
sitting in
ends
now
this
is
question. I've got rid of all the crap in the middle, and now I look like it looks like a legit
called the Meridian.
interview.
Correct.
Okay. Beautiful home.
Thank you.
So do you finance here? If so, what are the options?
Well, we don't typically finance a construction. There's a few cases.
Sitting in now is called the Meridian.
Correct.
Okay. Beautiful home.
Thank you.
So sitting in now is called the Meridian.
Correct.
Okay. Beautiful home.
Thank you.
I was contemplating on getting rid of beautiful home because it just doesn't sound right. See how it's going from here to
Okay,
here?
Beautiful home.
Thank you.
So do you find
But here's the best part about overlay videos. You know how you get rid of this awkward
the Meridian?
transition here that's
Okay, beautiful.
inevitable?
Thank you.
So do you
See how
find
like my body jumps? It just looks weird. Watch what we do with the overlay videos. We get rid of that. We just simply drag and drop it over it. Now I'm not using this overlay video here, but you always, here's the, okay, audio. This is the audio. Always leave your main 0 dBs. That just means it's normal volume. But all the overlay videos, there's no need to have the volume that I recorded here. So we just simply drag this all the way to the bottom. So now it's just simply video, and the audio from here carries. Now watch how this transition looks better.
The model home we're sitting in now is called the Meridian?
Correct.
Okay, beautiful home.
Thank you.
So do you finance here?
See what I mean? The audio carries, it still sounds cool, and
So
now
what
we're
are the
just showing a different
Well,
video.
we don't typically.
In this case, it was one of the builders just doing his job. So I won't add overlay videos until last. That's one of my last things that I do, because all that I'm worried about in my first initial time doing this is just editing the main video to get the audio where it needs to be. I'll worry about the breaks, adding overlay videos, and music later. This is the most important part of it, right? This is the whole audio of the file. So, by the way, like I said, guys, this is all recorded on my iPhone X. So, I mean, you don't need no fancy camera. Actually, the iPhone is probably a really fancy camera on the X because it shoots in 4K, which is why I bought it. But you don't need, I mean, a tripod off Amazon. I'll leave all these links of what I'm using from Amazon. You can have them to your house in 2 days and spend less than $100, not including your phone, obviously.
Meridian?
Correct.
Okay, beautiful home.
Thank you.
So do you finance here? If so, what are the options?
So the pro tip that I was trying to get at earlier is, aside from your really long video that you record your interview, all those overlay videos that you're recording after the fact, after you're done with this, you just get your phone and you go around and record like 5 to 10 second clips for overlays. Make sure they're 5 to 10 seconds or, you know, less than 30, because you don't want, it's just easier to edit when you have small little clips that you drag and drop instead of long ones. You'll see what I mean later.
Options.
Well,
What's called the Meridian?
correct.
Okay, beautiful home.
And all I'm doing, by the way, is clicking. I'm clicking where I want this to start.
Okay, beautiful home.
Thank you.
So do you finance here? If so, what are the options?
Well, we don't typically finance a construction. There's a few cases where we may own the property or build a spec,
Okay.
but typically we
So
work.
let
with
me just
certain-
finish this 15-minute video out of me doing this.
local-
I didn't want to bore you of actually doing it, but I'm doing this live so you can see
lenders.
exactly what happens.
We do recommend customers go to the bank, get pre-qualified, so you know what you're dealing with when you come in here, to what
Right.
direction you want to go with.
Right. Take notes there. Get pre-qualified, and you'll know what you can afford and where you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Cool. I think that was good.
Absolutely.
What you're looking for.
Absolutely.
All right, now cut there.
Cool. I think
And now
that was
everything from this cut to where I cut it next is going to be deleted.
good. I had how long? Why don't I ask you now? Because
Permitting.
it's all for that.
Okay.
All right, and then right there, before I start my next question, all that crap comes out. And just like that, you look like you're a professional that recorded a video when really you just went line by line. And that's the easiest way to do it.
And what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
What's one of the most frequently asked questions that you get here asked here?
For us, we get a lot of calls. We're actually stick built
Branches into my next question is how
per the specification.
So in this case, I kind of just roll with it. The best videos are genuine, so if you keep rolling on the tongue and you don't have to delete and ask questions, you'll get better at that as you go. But in this case, watch
Right.
what happened.
But no, we're actually stick built on site per the specifications or per your selections that you've made.
right, and that's branches into my next question is how customizable is this?
So I just went into another question because it just fit for what we were talking about. My brain was running and I'm like, oh, this fits perfectly here, so I'm just going to ask them. It's genuine and I don't have to cut anything. Sometimes that happens. Like I said, you'll get better as you go. Really, honestly, when I'm doing these interviews, I don't even care what they're saying. I've asked my question and I kind of listen to what they're saying, but I'm just wondering where I'm going to go next. And sometimes it makes for the best videos, like exactly what happened right here.
We say semi-custom.
Okay.
We have so many plans that we start with. We
Okay.
customize those for your individual needs. We will do full custom,
Okay.
but at that point, why are we reinventing something that we maybe already have in our plan book?
Right. Which branches into the next question, Aaron, is how many plans in total
See, I did it again. I just kept asking questions because it just kept fitting and it was getting good value.
are there?
This video is coming to an end, guys, but we will continue this on the second session. We'll call this Introduction to Final Cut Pro and keep moving. But you guys this is kind of an introduction because you're learning like the basic keys of it. There's so much you can do with this, and once you master it, it's awesome, and I can't wait to show you.